And I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. There we go, on big screen. There we go, much better. All right, so, oh, now you're unmuted. There you go. Oh, Kelly is hopping on. She must be
Yay.
feeling better. Hey. So, hello, hello. So we're gonna do meatballs first, and this was that like a 1.5 pound ground meatball mixture that you probably already have in your bag. We are just getting started, Miss Kelly, so that's perfect timing. And so on this one, we are going to be adding to the beef. We're going to be adding plain, we're going to do a 1/2 cup of the panko breadcrumbs. I'm excited. I think, first off, I love the Bang Bang meatballs. Um, I have made them, but I've done them a little differently. I have actually marinated the meatballs. Hey, Michelle. I marinate the meatballs in our smoky bacon barbecue sauce first. And then what I do is drizzle the Bang Bang sauce on top. So it's a little bit different than this recipe, but it's really yummy. And anytime I've ever shared it with people, people are like, oh, these are so good. So, all right. So we're going to start with the bag that's got the beef in it. We're going to be putting that 1/2 cup of plain panko breadcrumbs in. We're going to make sure everybody is caught up there. All right. And then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. So just a 1/2 cup of that. And after that, we're going to be adding 1 egg. Tell me if I go too fast, because when I'm not actually prepping them alongside of you, I sometimes go a little too fast. Hey, Paul. I see a hand. So is everybody having a good weekend? Y'all trying to stay warm? It's cold out there.
It's way too cold for me.
I know.
And
I
I'm from
couldn't
Wisconsin.
get
I should be okay with
Oh,
this.
you should be able to handle this.
No, I'm not. I'm a total wuss.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, I was thinking all that rain over those days last week should have been, I mean, nobody likes, like, people are like, snow, but I'm like, really, I would much rather have snow than all that rain. Was depressing.
Our families in Wisconsin got like 24 inches.
Yeah, that's a lot. That would have been way more than I was up for. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, so once you have your 1 egg in there, you want to do your 1 tablespoon. That's a 1/2 of the jar lid, because your jar lid is 2 tablespoons. So 1/2 of a tablespoon, or I mean a 1 tablespoon, which is 1/2 of the lid, into your mixture. And that seasoned pepper is awesome. If you've not used that yet, I love it because it has no sodium in it. I use it on my salads each day. It's a great way if you're looking to cut some sodium out of your diet. This is a really great product. It's packed full of flavor. 4 different types of peppers in there, but no sodium. So, yeah, you didn't know that, Kelly? Yeah, surprise. So,
Right.
all right.
I didn't know it had 4 different kinds of peppers. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, now I'm second guessing myself, but I'm.
Well, don't second guess yourself.
Yeah, no, I know it's 4 peppers. So that's what they had said when I first came out. So, but yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to make that a mixture. Remember, we always want to squeeze as much air out as possible. And then once you defrost it, you can, make your meatballs and then go from there. The next steps will be when you use the Bang Bang sauce at the end, like when you're actually ready to cook it.
And we added an egg to that, right?
Yes, you want to add an egg.
I forgot that part.
You might want to whisk your egg first and then throw it in. But if not, it's fine. So. Michelle Pinto, you off school tomorrow? Yes.
Yes, we are.
That's a good thing.
It's going to be so cold. I mean, it'll be freezing Tuesday too when we go back, but at least it's 1 more day inside.
Yeah, inside, staying warm.
Yeah.
Michelle's coming to us from Illinois, so northern Illinois. So Yeah, it makes it chilly. What's your temperature there?
We have no temperature.
We have no temperature.
No temperature. It's
No
like,
temperature.
I think the real feel today was like -19.
Ugh,
So
Yikes.
it's awesome.
Yeah, my friend is up in Canada and she said it is -41 degrees. She said her dogs, she had to take her dogs out to go to the bathroom. She said they came back in and they were yelping because they were so cold that
Oh
quick.
yeah. Like
Because
at
I
that
mean,
point, does it even matter what temperature it is?
I know, right?
It's
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah, and she's like, it was not going to end anytime soon. So, and they finally have snow. They normally have snow like before Thanksgiving. Well, before Thanksgiving, they didn't even have snow for Christmas. So. All right, so once you have that all zhuzhed together, all mixed together, you got your mixture, we're just gonna get all that air out. I would even suggest maybe kind of flattening it out a little bit, like get your bag kind of flattened and then get that air out. And then we're finished with that one already. And like I said, when you're ready to make it, you can use your scooper and get your, make meatballs out of it, but we're not gonna do that right now.
Unmute me.
Say again? I missed what you said, Debbie. Or you can do it now if you really want. For those of you that love to make meatballs. Yeah, just mix it real good and yeah. All right. And then when you're ready, give me a thumbs up and we'll move on to the next one. Miss Kelly, you are rolling. And Miss Ann. That's awesome. Oh, I see Michelle's thumb went up. I see Debbie's freezer's open, so she's already putting it in the freezer ready to roll. And Debbie's got a great way that she does this. I'm going to let her tell it, but how do you talk about how you split your meals up? I think this is really smart.
So depending on the meal, because I'm single, I will break them up either before or after freezing. So I'll probably pull that back out and I'll make them into individual patties and have them frozen 2 at a time, 1 at a time.
Right.
But I'll wrap them so that I don't waste them.
Yeah. So you don't have it sitting in your freezer like
Correct.
I've got 12 meatballs here and I'm not going to eat 12 meatballs.
Right.
So she's really getting like double the meals out of it because the way you're dividing it up. So I think that's always
Correct.
a really great idea. And
Sometimes I do it before cooking, sometimes I do it after cooking. It just
Yeah.
depends.
Perfect. I love it. I always love that because I think it's great for everybody here to hear it. They actually are all consultants. So, so it's good for them if they're doing a workshop on their own, they can always make that suggestion. So,
Yes.
so yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
And on the other end of that, I pulled the tater tot meal out of the freezer that we did a week or two ago,
Yeah, how'd it work out?
and amazing. So the kids were home.
Yeah.
And only because they were home, the next time that I make it, I'm going to go ahead and double it right away.
Right.
Put the doubled in the freezer, and then it'll be ready,
It's
yes.
Yummy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. It
I
was
love
so good. And then
Yes.
we also did we made the bruschetta chicken. Sorry, I'm getting off topic, but
It's
okay.
we
good.
made the bruschetta chicken was amazing.
I know. I love that
That was
recipe.
really good.
Yeah, I love that recipe so much.
Yeah.
So,
We'll definitely do that one again too.
that's great. Oh, good, good. That makes me happy. Don't forget
Kelly,
pictures
Kelly,
of what you're taking. Yes.
I missed that bruschetta chicken, so we might need to talk.
Okay, I'll send you that recipe. I'll give you the recipe because it's super easy.
Awesome.
You have the ingredients that you would need. I know
I'm
you-
sure.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
stocked. So I'll definitely send that to you. But it's a
Awesome.
quick and easy bake and it's really delicious.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's jump on into our Italian garlic rubbed pork tenderloin. Again, most of these meals, we're doing 6 tonight because they're pretty easy to put together. Is everybody ready to move on to that one? Okay, perfect. So, oh, we lost Kelly. She'll come back in, I guess. So you should have you want to put your pork tenderloin in your bag. And again, remember, you always want to label your bag. Oh, no, it wasn't Kelly. It was Debbie that jumped off. She must have disconnected by mistake. So always make sure you label your bag. I also like to put the date that I made the meals because I have a tendency, something gets buried underneath, and I just like to know, like, when was this meal made, you know? And again, if you want to put how you plan to cook it, that's fine. You don't have to do that. But these are a little different because some of them, they're not all exactly the same. So, but all right. So with this one, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to send her a message and say, where did you go? Thanks for being patient with me. I wonder if her computer died. So
Hey Kelly, I have somebody who's been trying to get in, but it keeps asking her for a password.
I
I-
turned the passcode off.
Yeah, I said you shouldn't need it. I sent her the link that you messaged out this morning, and I said, well, I always have to do join from browser.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's anything I can tell her to try.
Let me see if I can pull the code that it was. Oh, is it Sarah that maybe is trying to get in?
Yeah. Perfect.
She's here.
Okay.
Okay, great. So she just came in. I was just gonna
And
say,
I'm using a turkey tenderloin because I don't
That's
really like
fine.
pork, so hopefully
Yeah.
that'll work. I'm gonna throw
yeah,
that out.
no, and that's the beautiful thing with these meals is, you can always swap out, make substitutions. If something's on sale, do that. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry you were having trouble getting in.
Yeah, I always have a hard time with Zoom.
That's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've been actually having trouble with Zoom lately. Yeah, that's a long story, but I couldn't even, last week was nuts about it. And yeah, it's been strange. So, all right. So, and Debbie Kesson said she's trying to get back in.
I
Sarah,
actually
we're on
just
the-
got done making crackle cookies too.
Oh,
gonna go do
yay.
Yeah,
Is that your second batch of the season or third?
it's my third.
Awesome.
It's my third.
I love it. I love it. Those crackle cookies are delicious. And
Oh.
this time of, with it being wintry and cold,
Mhm.
a crackle cookie looks like snowy little cookie.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to keep on going on this recipe. And I know Debbie can kind of figure out, she's done these so many times with me, but, so you should already have 2 tablespoons of olive oil in your bag. We're working on, Sarah, we're working on the Italian garlic rubbed pork tenderloin, just if you're trying to follow along. So, and so 2 tablespoons of, olive oil into your bag with your tenderloin. And then you're going to do 2 tablespoons. That's your cap. Measures 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons of the Italian garlic seasoning. Now on this next one, be really careful. You don't want to do 1 tablespoon. You want to do 1 teaspoon of the seasoned pepper. And then a half a teaspoon of kosher salt or sea salt. Debbie, what happened? No idea. Then you're muted again. You always come back in muted. Sorry. I think I have people muted when they come in. I thought maybe your computer died.
But it's been plugged in. That's why I was just like, I have no idea, where did it go?
You're like, where did they go? So all we're doing is we're on the Italian garlic rubbed pork tenderloin.
Okay.
This one goes pretty quick. It's your tenderloin probably is already in your bag, or turkey
Yep.
tenderloin. You're adding 2 tablespoons of oil, a capful.
And you know what? I'm gonna use the garlic infused
Oil. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
oil.
Yes, nice idea. Turn it the other way so everybody sees that one. Keep turning it. Turn it. There you go. Right there. So that's our roasted garlic infused oil. If you don't have that is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So I'm gonna use this.
Sounds like a good plan. So And then all you're gonna do is the cap of the Italian garlic seasoning, is 2 tablespoons, so put that in.
Mhm.
And 1 teaspoon of seasoned pepper and a half a teaspoon of the salt. And then you wanna zhuzh it around like Miss Kelly's doing. Kelly, show us how you're doing that. Just mixing it all in, and Miss Michelle too. And then don't forget, you wanna get as much air out as possible. Seal
Yeah,
it and then
there's
put that
another
one
one.
aside. You're finished. Quick and easy.
There's not our friend.
No, air is not your friend. You will have freezer burn for sure. So
I was surprised this wasn't in a gallon sized bag.
yeah, that is kind of weird. If you feel like you needed more room in there, you
Yeah.
could always switch it out to a gallon size bag. And I have to say that these directions, Angie Zalotowski, who's a consultant, she's a leader. She actually we had the template and she actually wrote it up. So I'm not sure why she did quart size bag, to be honest. But so Sarah, are you a baker? Do you love to bake? Because I heard you say 3 times you made the cookies. I don't think she heard me. Sarah, are you a baker? Do you love to
I'm
bake?
sorry, what was that?
Oh, I said, are you a baker? Do you love to bake?
I do.
Yeah. That's what I was
I'd
figuring.
rather bake than cook.
Yeah.
Than like cook regular dinners.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
All right, so when everybody's finished with this one, you can put that one aside and we're gonna move on to the Bang Bang Salmon. And this one is super simple. Just give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move forward. All right. Awesome. Great, thank you. Good, thanks. So the Bang Bang Salmon, it suggested 6 4-ounce pieces of salmon, but if if you prefer not to have it cut into the fillets and you're just gonna put a bigger piece in, that's fine. But all we're gonna do is have the salmon in the bag and we're just adding 1/4 of a cup of the Bang Bang sauce, just kind of over the top of the salmon, and then you're just gonna seal it.
So Kelly, I don't like salmon.
I know, so you're doing shrimp, aren't you?
I'm actually gonna do chicken on
You're gonna
this.
do chicken, okay, I like it, I like
Yeah,
it.
so I've got my chicken
I love it.
all ready to go, but yeah, I'm not a big salmon.
Yeah, I forgot that about you. I know.
No, it's fine.
But you've
but
replaced it before with shrimp, right? Haven't you done?
yes, I have. I
Yeah.
have.
This
I-
Bang Bang sauce with shrimp, like the Bang Bang shrimp bowl recipe is fabulous. It is really good. So if
Next
you
time,
like
shrimp.
yeah, if you like shrimp in the future, check that recipe out on the website. You know how you can go to recipes and then just do a search of Bang Bang sauce and it'll
Yes.
show you a bunch of different recipes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right, when you're finished with that one again, get kind of zhuzh that in and then seal it, get all the air out. And give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move forward. Oh, Wanda just said she checked out the crackle cookies. So you got her sold, I'm sure, on those. Yeah, Wanda, all you need is the chocolate pound cake is a great way to have that on hand, and you always can make cookies. And Valentine's Day is coming up, and every time, any time of the year is a good time for cookies, right? It doesn't have to be just a holiday time. So
Yeah.
yeah, and Wanda
And I
says,
get the request for them often in my house. So
awesome, that's great. Do you make them from scratch or are you using our classy chocolate pound cake?
the pound cake.
Good, good.
Yeah.
I love that it has the chocolate chips in there. I
Oh,
would
it's so
eat-
good and it's so easy and
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
good. It's great.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is great. All right, so ladies, are you ready to move on to the maple bacon smoked onion cheeseburgers? Yes, yes, okay, good. All right, so this is what I learned this past week when I was at the retreat. So once you make up all your ground beef, this is perfect for someone who doesn't want to really touch the ground beef. If you flatten it all out, not too flat, but make it kind of like a rectangle in your bag, then what you can do is freeze it, and then when it comes out, you can cut, like score it with a pizza cutter and make your burgers like square, but you can round them out, but leave them in the plastic bag, and then you've got like, they're kind of sealed with the plastic bag wrapped around it. When, you know, when you're ready to, then you just peel it back and put it on in the air fryer or on the grill. So I thought it was brilliant because somebody
a great
was at the
idea.
table saying she hates to touch the ground beef. She hates to touch meat. And so she said, you know, if I can just put the meat into the bag, 1.5 pounds of the ground beef in the bag, and then mix all the things into it within the bag and then flatten it out, then I can just, you know, take a pizza cutter and just score it that way. So
So
I
creative.
thought it was brilliant. So yeah. All right. So for this one, what we're gonna do, we're gonna be doing a couple bags here. So, and the quart size bag, you've labeled it cheeseburger. You can write the whole thing out if you want. In with the ground beef, you're gonna do a teaspoon of the seasoned pepper and 1 tablespoon of the maple bacon smoked salt. Now, let me caution you on that. If you don't like things kind of salty, you might even back off of that just a tiny bit. I think it's got great flavor, but a tablespoon is pretty substantial, you know, but you are going to put it throughout the whole ground beef, 1.5 pounds. So you should be fine. But if you're like, oh, I'm not a really salt, I don't like a lot of salt, you know, but remember the seasoned pepper has no salt in it. So, all right. So once you have that in the bag, kind of mix that all together. And then if you want to flatten your burger out or the ground beef out and flatten it and try that way where you're going to score it later, or you can make your patties right now if you'd like. And then I'll tell you what to do in a second. The other small Ziploc bag, I'll tell you in a minute. Better to get that all mixed together first. You're muted again. Kelly, you doing okay? Yes, okay.
I didn't care for the Bang Bang because I'm sensitive to heat.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I did something a little different with the salmon. I tried the maple bacon smoked salt with some brown
Ooh.
sugar. And then I'm going to do the
Nice.
Bayou bourbon glaze on top. So I'll let you know how it goes.
That's gonna be fun. I heard a recipe this past weekend, light brown sugar, and we don't have it right now, but you probably do, the cha-cha chili lime.
Yes, I do
And
have
just
that.
put it on top of the salmon and just bake it that way. And
Oh my
Angie said it's phenomenal, so.
Well, now I have another one to try.
All right, yeah. Yeah, so that's awesome. All right, so is anybody making the burgers, making your patties now, or are you just doing the flattening it out? Ann says flattening it out, I think, yeah. All right. So once you're ready for the other bag, the other small Ziploc bag, you're gonna be doing a medium red onion sliced up, and then you're going to do 1 teaspoon of seasoned pepper with those onions. And then obviously we're gonna do the cheese at the end. And then you'll take both of those bags and put it in 1 gallon size bag. So, and again, put the date on the bag. That way you know when you made them. If you are making your patties right now, what I always suggest is like cling wrap and separate them so that you can just pull 1 patty out at a time or however many you need. And that way they don't all get stuck together once they freeze. So some saran wrap is a good way to do that. So that's my suggestion. Anybody have any questions or any tips that you've been using that you're like, this works really well?
If you have the burger press, you could always pull that out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the
and then
burger-
wax paper, whatever between.
Yep, the wax paper is always good. So this is the burger press she's talking about. So it's 3-in-1 burger press. So it gives you can make little sliders with it. You can even do like a stuffed burger using this side. It dents it in, and you can put your like cream cheese mixture inside, and then
Wow.
put a patty with it to seal it. So this is available, this is still available through with Tasteful Simple, so,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One burger press, so. Yeah, this was a handy dandy. I love having burgers that are like the same size. So this is really always nice. I'm like, yay, it's the
Well, I
same.
like that too for the sliders, the try on
Yes.
sliders. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So Debbie, do you have this one? No? Okay. I didn't know if when we did the Burger Mania a while ago, if you did that one with
I
me.
don't think I got that one.
That was probably before you were making meals with me.
Yes,
So
definitely.
Yeah.
But great idea. And I'm gonna make mine and separate because it's just
yeah,
me.
it's just you.
So I will make probably 4, maybe 5 burgers out of that.
Yeah, for
Put a
sure.
little onion on there.
I
Yeah.
know, it's gonna be delicious. And one other thing you can do is if you don't have this press, you can always take the lid of like a peanut butter jar. Or you can do like, if you have lids, like different sized lids, put some put some plastic wrap in there, saran wrap, and then squeeze it down in there.
Damn,
And
Kelly,
you
you
can make
got
it-
all the tips.
well, Michelle remembered to bring this one up. I wasn't even thinking.
Oh,
about
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea with the lid.
Yeah. you can make the lid.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
And then they're kind of nice. They're all the same and and you're getting the same amount of meat pretty much in all of them.
In all of them.
When
Yeah.
you're doing those, a lot of times one burger is so much bigger or smaller than the rest, and
No.
this way you kind of keep
totally
it
me.
uniform. So, yeah,
Yes, that's awesome. Thanks, guys.
sure, no problem. Yeah, everybody's gonna be looking for a peanut butter jar lid. and-
I know. I'm like,
Yeah, where's the peanut butter lid? Or a jelly jar, like
Yeah.
jelly jar. So. All right, how's it coming along, everybody? Good. All right. Awesome. I got some thumbs up. All right, thumbs up. Okay, cool. Miss Kelly's working on it. Are you working on that one still? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't want to. All right. So we're going quick. It is only 7:28 right now, and we're through 4 meals already. That's impressive. Yeah. So, which by the way, Miss Kelly is going to be leading our next one, which is going to be February 4th. I'm not going to be available to be on because I'm going to be driving back from Louisville for, I'm doing a home and garden show down there that weekend. So, but she is going to be leading the next one. And Debbie, it is the slow cooked comfort one that we've already done. So I know, but if you wanted to come back into it, you can always make them again. You might have the ingredients and you know what you need. So, she'll let you know or I'll let you know if you want to come in. So what was your favorite meal on that one? I think I know what it was.
I've had so many favorite meals. It's not even funny.
I know, but don't you think it was the dinner, the chicken stuffing?
Oh, the chicken at dinner. Oh my God, with the stuffing.
Yes,
Oh,
and the mashed potatoes. Oh,
yes.
so good. You all have to do it. It was in your slow cooker. It was just, it's so
It
good.
just, it was
It
so
melted in your mouth.
perfect.
Yes.
Yes, that was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, that was my favorite of all the 5. So
Miss Debbie, I have just enjoyed you the last 2 times that we have had meal kits. You are just such a ball of joy.
Oh, I
and she's
try
like
to be
that
a
in
ball of joy.
everything.
I really do.
love you. You're
I
awesome.
love having, you know what? I went to a boxing class this morning. And so I box 3 to 4 times a week. And
really
it's
fit.
just bags, but there was somebody there this morning that was just like, you are so fun.
You
And
are.
I'm like, you know what? Life is too short to be
Mhm.
unhappy. And I love being fun. I love having that energy. I don't know. I love being positive.
That's what
So
I like about her.
thank you. Thank you, thank
Well,
you,
you are
thank
a joy
you.
to us. What a gift.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
Hey, isn't that cool when somebody else sees it in you?
Yes, I know. I'm like, oh, I'm like embarrassed and
Oh,
happy and whatever. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I've never seen you in a down mood, ever. I mean, we all get days like that, but I
We
mean, I've never
do.
seen you like that, so.
But I try not to extend that. I
Yeah.
want to extend the happy.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot, helps a lot of other people too, so. Good thing.
Yes.
Well, way to go, keep it up, so.
Yay.
So this next one is gonna be pan-seared steak with garlic butter. Doesn't that sound delish?
I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
I know. So this one, you put your 1.5 pounds of boneless beef sirloin steak in the bag. If you didn't want to, if you want to change it over from a quart-sized bag to a gallon-sized bag, feel free to do that.
I thought about that too.
Yeah, if you would rather do that. I'm gonna ask her why she chose to do quart size. I was just like, okay, fine, but yeah. And so on this one, what we're gonna do is in the sirloin bag, whichever bag you're using, we're just gonna put 2 teaspoons of the seasoned pepper, and then we're gonna kind of rub that on the steak and then seal that bag and put it aside. Okay. And then, am I going too fast? In the next bag, we're gonna do a small quart, in a quart-sized bag. We want to put a 1/2 cup of butter, just softened. So if you want to put it in the microwave for a couple seconds, I wouldn't do too long because you don't really need to melt it. You just want it a little softened. And then we're gonna put a 1 tablespoon or a 1/2 cap of the Italian garlic seasoning in that with that butter. So we're almost making we're like making a compound butter basically. We're gonna mix those two together. And then that's gonna eventually go over top of your steak. So. And that's all you need to do for that recipe. And then put both of those bags, separate bags, into 1 gallon size bag.
So I
Calvin-
ended up making, I softened my butter in the microwave,
Okay,
added the 2, whatever for the Italian seasoning.
yeah, 1/2 cup.
Yes. So am I keeping that separate from my steak?
You are for the time being, because it's gonna be when you start to cook it that you're gonna be putting that over it, and
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I know it seems a little strange, like that we're not just.
No, it doesn't
right
seem
in.
strange. I
But
was
it's gonna
just
be-
making sure.
Yeah, it's just gonna be over the top when you're starting to cook it. And then just with that steak, make sure you get as much air out as possible, as always. So does anybody have a meal of these 6? Do you know which one you're gonna make first?
I'm doing the meatballs tonight, and then I'm
Alright.
serving it. The website made the suggestion to serve it over the garlicky rice,
Yes,
so I'm gonna do.
nice. And Michelle's an hour behind the majority of us. So it's dinner time there and she's still hanging tough and making meals. Sarah, are you also in the central time zone or are you Eastern or? You seem muted.
Yeah.
There you go, there you go.
I'm in the same time zone as
Okay.
Michelle. So yeah,
Alright.
I'm about 30 minutes from her.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We're glad you're here.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm learning a couple new things already tonight, especially with
Good.
that burger patty that I'm gonna need.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun to get.
I
some-
wasn't able to find everything at the store. I was telling Michelle that I went to 2 stores yesterday. We had a big snowstorm here
Yes,
and there's nothing
well,
on
and
the
it,
shelves.
and it was bad on my part. I usually send that a week earlier, and with me
Oh,
traveling,
that's fine.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't even get that stuff sent out. Oh, darn.
No, that's all right. I mean, I
So,
would never expect it to be that empty on the
right.
shelves, but it just happened to be the weather was a little
Isn't it funny?
crazy.
Everybody
Yeah.
assumes that you're never going to be able to get to the grocery store again and get food. And it's like, you do realize we live through this every winter. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it always surprises me how there's a rush on everything. So,
Yeah, to me, I'm like, we got through the pandemic, fine. We didn't lose a lot except for toilet paper. We're good.
right, exactly. All made it through.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
For sure. So So Michelle's doing meatballs. Anne, what are you doing first?
I think I might pull the tenderloin out next weekend for us.
Yeah,
That sounds really good. It smells really good already.
no, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
I am going to excuse myself and go watch the rest of the Packer game.
Okay, that sounds great. No problem. We will see you.
Sorry, ladies.
No problem. Have fun watching it, and you're on your own for the last one.
Yep. Thanks so much, you guys.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thanks.
All righty. So are we good? Sarah, which one you're prepping some of them, right? Do you have one that you're gonna make first? Have you decided?
Probably the steak. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
all I have right now.
Well, then that's a good one to make first.
Yeah. Mhm.
Debbie, which one did you say? Are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna go with the steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it just, oh, it smells so good too.
I know that Italian garlic seasoning. So, most people know us, oh, garlic for the dips, but that Italian garlic has a great flavor and it's when you look, if you compare the two jars, garlic's very coarse, where this is, a very fine kind of crushed, but it's just got and it really has a good flavor, you don't have to use too much of it to get the flavor. So I'm always impressed by that. So
So making the Italian garlic
mhm.
as a dip,
Oh,
would
I'm
you do that?
You know what? I've never tried it because I always just do usually just do the garlic, but Kelly might chime in here.
Same.
Well, just so that you know, because I started off with Italian garlic before I got into the garlic,
Mhm.
because I didn't like the coarseness originally of garlic, and onion. But the problem with Italian garlic in
Is there
dips,
salt in it?
sauces, and cheese balls is it's so powdery that it's
Um,
going to change the
okay.
consistency. So you might have
Oh,
to add a little milk to offset it, or maybe
little
some Greek
cream
yogurt
maybe,
or
or a
cream or
little bit more
Haagen-Dazs.
sour cream.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I know you're gonna have to play with it a little bit because of the
Okay.
powderiness of the Italian garlic.
That's
All
a
right.
great point. I never gave that a thought,
Good
Kelly.
to know. Thank you.
You're
Kelly,
welcome.
Kelly, do you have one of those seasoning grinders handy?
Oh, heck yeah.
Hey, can you show that? Because mine must be upstairs.
Heck
So.
yeah.
I have it on
We
almost
all
all
do.
my seasonings.
I know. So if
Yes.
you've never seen that, Debbie, do you have that?
Oh, I have several.
Yes. Okay. So
Sorry.
you can, if you have something that's very coarse, a tastefully simple seasoning that's coarse, you can adjust how fine
Not
you want it
just.
to be.
So make it a little finer when
Yes.
they make it
Yes.
as a
But then
dip.
so then it's still not too big, but it's also not too fine.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Are we ready to move on to our last meal?
Yes.
All right. 6 done in less than an hour. This is going to be crazy, isn't it?
I know.
I know, right? Okay, so this one, if you are using the pork chops, you're going to use 6 boneless pork loin chops, and you're putting them in your gallon-sized bag. If you'd rather you could do other meat. If you don't like pork, you could always do, chicken or turkey tenderloins, maybe. So, and then we're going to add this to the meat. So that's why we have this gallon-sized bag. We're going to be adding a half a cup of crisp apple hard cider. So that could be like Angry Orchard. You could just use apple cider in general if you don't have like an Angry Orchard. But we're just going to be putting a half a cup of that into the mix. Or I mean, into the bag, I should say. What does your sticker say on your shirt, Debbie? It looks like it's a sticker, but it's really, what does it say? It's 2 bears and is it? Hey, look,
A menu.
a menu, and there's 3 all the people on the back of the shirt, on the back of the car.
Yes.
Look at her
So
shirt. So do y'all see it? It's got like all the little people on there for the family. It's like a menu. I was trying to figure out, I was like, what
look
is
at the menu.
That's funny. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I'm not really sure what that is. So, all right. So this one, we actually are going to melt a 1/4 cup of butter, and then we're going to put that into the bag as well. I think these are going to be very interesting. With that maple bacon smoked salt. And then in the meantime, while you're melting your butter, we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I can't say it very well, but you know what I mean. And I have had the maple bacon smoked salt on pork chops, and they're delicious. So it's also really great on acorn squash. If you like acorn squash, definitely give that a try. It's really tasty. So believe it or not. All right, so once you do your 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, you're gonna do 2 tablespoons of the maple bacon smoked salt. And on this one, I would say definitely with the 6 chops, I would definitely do that. And then 2,
Did you say that you would definitely do?
I would do the full 2 tablespoons on the maple bacon. Like on the other one, I said maybe not so much, but with pork chops, I think it can handle it. No. So. And then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons. Make sure you're only doing 2 teaspoons of the seasoned pepper on this one. And once all that's in the bag, you're just gonna kind of work that onto the pork and seal the bag completely, and you're good to go.
Can you hear me, Kelly?
I can.
Okay.
I didn't mean
My
to
vo-
not ask you what you're gonna cook first, but I don't think you're cooking tonight.
I'm not prepping.
Yeah, you do sound nasally. You poor thing.
Yeah. So I didn't want to touch food, but I'm amazed at all the seasoned pepper you're using. I don't know that I've ever sold one.
I know, and you know what? The first few years when seasoned pepper came out, I never used it because I was like, oh, I like my pepper mill. I don't want to use this. But I mean, I still use a pepper mill, but I really do use seasoned pepper a whole lot more now. It's got great flavor, and again, with no sodium, a lot of people really are drawn to it.
Uh-huh. Okay. It's good to see that.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
like but always, I will tell you, whenever you're using it, a little bit goes a long way. So, if it says, and if you don't like a lot of flavor, then maybe back off. Instead of 2 teaspoons, you could always do maybe 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons. But with the pork chops, I think you can handle that on that.
Okay.
But it is a really good flavor, I think. Yeah, so. And you'd be surprised if you go to the website and look at, just look up seasoned pepper. There's some really amazing recipes. There's one that Amber on the team loves. It's like wicked beef something or other. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But she really likes that. So see if I can find it. But it is definitely worth giving a try. I would start with it on a salad, just to sprinkle a little bit of it so you can see
Okay.
what you think of it. But yeah, I think it's really good. So,
Okay.
right now, while you have a sinus cold, I don't think you're gonna taste anything very well, but once that's better, then you can definitely check it out. So,
Yeah.
but there's 80 different recipes on the website that have something that has seasoned pepper in it. And so you
Wow.
can just look it up by tastefullysimple.com. And then if you're on your phone, there's like 3 little lines in the top right or top left corner. You click that and then hit recipes, and then you can do a product search. So
Okay.
and then it'll pop up the different ones. So I'm trying to find that one I was telling you about. It's called peppery beef and noodles. And that one,
Oh.
Amber on our team said her family just loves it. And that actually uses 2 tablespoons of seasoned pepper. So that's pretty much.
That sounds
But you use
amazing.
beef stew meat, vegetable oil, fresh pack of sliced mushrooms, onion, low sodium beef broth, heavy whipping cream, because you do like a cream, it creates a cream sauce,
Uh-huh.
and then the egg noodles, like those wide
Yum.
egg noodles. So yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't show it. It wouldn't show up because
Yeah.
on
I
it.
can find it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sure, definitely wanted to take a look at. So. All right, well, ladies, that's our last meal of the night. I mean, that went together pretty quickly. I hope that you enjoy these. Does anybody have any questions for me on these meals or your other 4 ones, the other 4 that you can make at home. I know you made all of them at home, but you know what I mean, like make on your own. Do you want me to share the instructions, the prep instructions for the other 4? Yes, Michelle says yes.
Yes, uh-huh.
Wanda says
Yep.
yes. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, sounds good. I'll send that out. And Sarah, is it okay if Michelle just forwards that on to you?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Thank you I learned a lot of tips
Oh,
tonight,
good. That's
especially with
awesome.
especially with the seasoned pepper on the salad. I was like, wow, that's so simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, it adds the seasoning.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great way to try
Mhm.
it. So,
Yeah.
and I will tell you, we have the seasoned salt, and the lady that I did the tasting party with today, she said her children now fight over the green beans and they fight over the veggies because they love it with the seasoned salt.
Ah, yeah.
So
okay.
seasoned
Your
pepper is nice.
seasoned salt is the best
I know.
seasoned salt ever.
It is pretty darn good. You're right.
I mean, it really is. I
Okay.
do it on green beans. I do it on my cottage cheese. No matter what.
I
It-
never did on cottage cheese.
oh my
That's
gosh,
great.
it's amazing. I
Yeah.
have it at the office. I have a big jar
Yeah.
with my little grinder.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, sorry.
No problem. No problem at all. So, hey, I'm gonna put a little plug out if you or someone you know has any interest, it is $24 to get started this month in the business. It comes with the business buy stuff kit, you do get a 10 meal kit. As well as it's a value of $180 in products and ingredients and things like that. I know, mind blown, right? So, even if it's not for you, if you know somebody who is looking for some fun, some flavor, some cash, please don't hesitate to refer to us. We would always love to welcome new people to our team. We have a fun team. We're called the Flavor Foxes, and we love good food and lots of fun. So yeah.
I'm
All
a
right.
really good buyer, not a
I
good
know you
seller.
are. I know. I keep
You
asking
know,
you.
the funny thing is that I joined just for the discount and to be my mama said, hey, we haven't seen a Tastefully Simple person in forever. Kelly, you're already doing all these other things. Why not do this too? And I thought it would just be this, hey, whenever you need something, I'll take care of you. And now look at me. I'm going to Disney because
Yay!
Wow.
it's so exciting.
That's awesome.
But I mean, this business is just it's one of those blessings that it's a blessing in disguise. You don't really know where it's going to go.
Yes.
So even
Good
if
for
you're just a
you.
good buyer, it might be good for you too. And we'd love to have you. I mean, we would love to
Both of
see
you.
more.
I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want me on there too? Just kidding. Again, a better buyer than seller.
We don't mind that. I just wanted to, but I did want to mention it because,
Yes.
we always hear people like, oh, I need to make some more cash, or, oh, I just need some time for just me. I have children in the house and I just need some time for myself. And so, sometimes you hear that too. And so maybe,
Absolutely.
hey, I know somebody. So
I know somebody.
I know somebody. So, all right.
Love
well,
you guys.
You too. And hopefully we'll see everyone. Well, I won't see you necessarily on the 4th, but I hope you all get to see Kelly when she leads her first freezer meal workshop and come support.
Yes,
her.
I will join.
Yes, sounds good.
Make sure to include me.
Okay, I will. So,
All right.
all right. Good night,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you.
Thank you
Good
so
night.
much. Bye.
Night,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, stay
night.
warm.
Yeah, stay warm.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Stay warm.
For sure.
Woo.
See you guys. Bye.